beautiful souls. Welcome to the Red Cord Tarot. I am Nikita. We are doing a twin flame soulmate divine connection 2222022 reading. So it's like oh my god. It is such an exciting day. It is such interesting energies. Union has been coming out, it has been quite like you coming together with someone who is your true love. Those kind of messages have really been coming through. So I have a certain format which I'm expecting is going to kind of make this reading a little longer, but I am going to timestamp it, and if I am not able to immediately timestamp it, and if someone already views it before I have watched it myself and whatever, please do put it in the comments section or text it to me, so that I can then clarify and reword or something and then post it myself. It would be a great help. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to pull out 3 cards for the past, present, future. Build on that. So there are going to be multiple readings and spreads today. Past, present, and future. So there is, and I'll be using this deck again. Okay, so in the past there was the energy of charging ahead, the Chariot card. It was really, oh my god, I can't believe it. The first, as I split the second deck for clarification, it's Divine Feminine and Isolation, Solitude. Okay, so in the past there was forward movement. You both came together and there was a lot of excitement, there was immediate attraction, those kind of things. In the present there is conflict and competition. You both might be in your egos. There might have been some kind of discord. You both might be stuck in your own head. There could be a power struggle or mind game, something like that could be going on. Someone could be really listening to the opinion of other people around them, and that is the present situation in this relationship. And in the future is the 3 of Cups, celebration and community. There's going to be a reason, an occasion, something that you are going to be celebrating. You might be spending time with your friends in the near future. It could also sometimes represent coming together, and that is the reason for celebration. So someone here could have rejected another's love offer. I'm taking 2 for each. This no, or the rejection, or whatever went down, whatever, this relationship did bring you a lot of lessons. The purpose of whatever happened, be it that there was denial, there was a separation, a breakup, whatever the situation was in the past, that is how it was written, that is how it was supposed to play out. There were lessons for both of you in this. Now in the present situation, our favorite word, the favorite word of our community, patience. There's a need for patience in this because there is reinvention going on, and specifically with the Divine Masculine, I had checked a couple of times a few days ago. I'll try and link it to this. The Divine Masculine is definitely going through a lot of down moments, challenges. They have been really in denial, not wanting to accept change, not wanting to accept changing their perception, and so they have been feeling very stuck, stagnant, going around and round in the same loops in their life. So they are definitely going through a reinvention, death and rebirth kind of energy at this time. A lot of things are ending karmic cycles, karmic relationships, understandings. A lot of changes are definitely going on with the divine masculine. In the near future, there is going to be balancing of scales, and that's what I was picking up on. Is there is going to be some kind of reconciliation, even if there is no desire to come back together. you know Whatever had caused the separation over here, the break, the heartbreak, that is going to be brought into balance by the universe. um okay. So next level of what happened in the past was this person was extremely intellectual. They were very practical. They were trying to be very logical, and you might have found them extremely witty, funny, something to that effect, or that's how people perceived them as well. But they were being too much in their mind, and they were not really giving into their emotions. Okay. And they were really stuck in their own thoughts, very set in their ways. They were being extremely stubborn, and that has got them stuck and trapped. What else is, they have been numbing their emotions. They were really frightened by the intensity. There was a lot of fear around the changes that were being asked of them, the sacrifices that were being asked of them. They did try to release you this connection. They have tried to pull away, and but now they're also releasing their resistance. They have gone through a lot of grief. They have been missing you. If you're a divine feminine, no matter what your gender is, your person who had tried to release this connection and was numbing themselves, they were numbing their own emotions, they found it too overwhelming or what have you. They are in grief, not just because of course they are missing you, they're missing your connection. And they are really, I'm picking up on the fear that you're moving forward without them. And a lot of you have decided that you do not want to wish energetically, you do not want to wait energetically or in your physical life or put your life on hold. You have come into your self love, self mastery, which is wonderful. So that is great to see. This grief has already come into their life in the recent past. So present, there is hidden knowledge. There could be secrets that are now being revealed, or something that you do intuitively know. Some are really being still stuck in illusions. They are giving into their subconscious fears, even though light is being shed on it, and though their downloads etc is going on, they are still surrounding a large part of themselves in darkness, in illusions, in fantasies on control, the story of control, the ego part of the narrative. That's still continuing for some. That can, oh by the way, because if you are in a divine connection, there will be heavy mirroring. So if this is you need to then work on it without getting offended and triggered and blah blah blah. If it is speaking to you about you, well, you need to then work on yourself. Okay. So at this time, there's still a barrier, a door is still closed, because there are still third parties involved. I am going to be doing a separate few cards for those in triangles, for those in quadrangles, although if you check the timestamps you will see it. So apart from this entire message, which is for everyone on this path, be it you're single, you are with someone else, you have mutually broken up, if you're in separation, triangle, quadrangle, whatever. So there is still a barrier of the third party, who this person might be thinking is their true soulmate or their divine partner, but there's two things. there's someone who shouldn't have been here, someone who's blocking the two of you from coming together. Okay, so now in the near future, someone is putting down the heavy burdens. That could be the what is the justice happening, right? This has also been a message coming through from whatever deck, whatever reading. There has to be decisions, there is a plan being made, someone is trying to really figure out the direction they want to move forward, will be made clear before they reach this part, but there is still planning. You know, for example, if somebody has to split, break up, go through a divorce, there are things, there are steps, they have to be strategic, be it about money or child custody or things like that, also are to be considered. So yeah, there is a destruction of something that was creating obstacles and was the 10 of wands. In the 5th dimension, you guys are already together, you're walking towards a new portal, a new gateway. Whatever was unawakened is going to be destroyed. So let's pull out just, yeah, there's going to be a restoration of your relationship with a romantic gesture. There is going to be action taken by the King of Wands. They might see things in a vision, they might have a plan for the future, they're going to come in with an offer. They are still afraid, there are still fears that they are carrying. So that is why you both will have to do your shadow work. You will have to continue. Someone needs to clear their throat chakra. Both of you, when this offer comes in, they will be terrified of you rejecting them, and you will be afraid of again being abandoned and the old cycles continuing. So this was your past, present and future. Now we are going to get into divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Let me just remove these two decks. The cards that came out, I'm just going to pile them and keep them here in case we need to refer. This is going to be the divine masculine deck and this will be the divine feminine deck. Okay, let's shuffle. So how we are going to do this is, first is we are going to see where the divine masculine is in his heart. Then it will be divine masculine, divine feminine, right? So it will be heart, and then we'll check for mind, soul, higher self, where the focus is at this time, what are the shadow aspects, the action that they might be taking, as well as advice. And we'll also be clarifying some of these because I want to use a different deck. For example, with the shadow, as well as when it comes to advice, I want to also use the deck with the signs and synchronicities, and hopefully we will get a comprehensive read. So if anyone is time stamping, this is where you can time stamp for the divine masculine and feminine spread. This is the masculines. I'll be pulling out 2 for each category. So again, spirit, 2 cards from each deck, divine masculine and divine feminine for heart, mind, soul, higher self, focus, shadow, action and advice. Please bring us clarity, bring us messages. This is for the divine feminine. Divine Feminine, your energies are very, very resistant at this time, very stuck energies. And if there's anything that is triggering, please don't shoot the messenger. Keep your comments kind and loving, please, towards me and towards whatever is coming up, and for each other as well. Okay. Two cards for Divine Masculine. Let's get started. Heart. Oh, wow. Two of Swords, and I don't know why I felt it could be the Three of Swords as well as Five of Swords. So we are looking at the energies of two of Swords, Three of Swords, and Five of Swords. So they are in the ego, they are broken hearted, but they are still conflicted on what they should do at this time. I don't even know what, it's just becoming ridiculous. They are probably, this for me in twin flame readings, as you all know since years, this is my card for the karmic, right? So there is someone who is being extremely cold, sharp tongued with this divine masculine, and that could be causing this indecision, or feeling stuck, or whatever this the masculine is feeling at this time, about how do they want to deal with this situation. Divine feminine, oh my god, the divine feminine could be dealing with someone who is the king of sword. If you have a spouse and they have a spouse, if it's the quadrangle, you both are in your heads about what to do about your spouses, or your oh my god, did you see that? They have the Two of Sword and you have the Two of Pentacles. There's juggling, there's indecisions in both your hearts. Go and cleanse your heart chakra. Get out of selfish energies, practical and why should I, and resentment and grudges. And if you don't like the person you're with, leave. Pursue your happiness. Do things and bring you happiness and joy. Oh, look at this mirroring here. I called it out too. So with the mind is still focused on past hurts. This could be from childhood, another relationship with their karmic, with you, because when you don't heal yourself, when you don't bring the changes in your thinking, in your perception, in your emotions, in the way you deal with situations, if you're not changing your vibration, frequency, etc., everyone around you will mirror the same things. Only the people will change, but the wounding or the lessons will keep coming at you. Everyone will keep being, say, rude to you, or stab you, whatever. This cycle is definitely over with the Ten of Swords, but they are carrying the wounding in their mind, and that's what is leading to their indecision, not wanting to take a chance. What if that game is going on and on with your masculine, and this worry doesn't stop. They do keep thinking of words exchange, the fights that happen, the betrayal, the abandonment, the rejection, all of that keeps playing out in this masculine's energy, and that's why the grief, and that's why the numbing. Okay, with the divine feminine, the moon is coming out yet again, in the emotions where your mind is there. It's very clouded, you're not seeing a clear picture. Oh my god. Here is the king of sword, and here's the queen of sword. You are equally in your mind wanting to cut people off, you are trying to be logical, you're trying to, the point is you're trying. Since you are not clear, since you have not cleared your past emotions, your hurts, it is clouding your judgment. Can you see it? There is a cloud, there is shadows and darkness, and it's because you haven't cleared your energies, your mind, your emotions thoroughly. You haven't yet purged. You might have cried, but you haven't purged. When an abscess bursts, you have to press it to push out all the pus and the dirty blood and the goo. You cannot just be afraid of the pain and say no, let it be. More of it will come out if it's not thoroughly cleansed. Okay, so you are trying to be something, you're up in your head, you need to go down back into your heart and soul, divine feminine. So soul, they are aware this is a spiritual connection. They know at the soul level you guys are committed to each other. This is a divine marriage. Their soul is yearning to reach out to you, divine feminine. You are at this time being inconsistent in your energies, but you want to also move towards the masculine because you still do look at them as wish fulfillment. You might at this time, some of you might be in the F girl or F boy energy because you just want to have fun. Some of you might be overindulging when it comes to alcohol or partying. If that is the shadow aspect you need to work with, you will know. But what I am seeing here is you both do want to come towards each other, and there is this energy of I wish they weren't, but I do think of them as my wish fulfillment. The heart knows, the heart just knows. Okay, so the higher self is trying to communicate through signs, synchronicities, through all your name could be everywhere, or they're seeing synchronized numbers. They do know inside. If you think your person doesn't know how they feel or what this connection is, not true. The higher self is really prompting them to work on self-love, self-worth, their self-esteem, but also to come towards you with an apology and an emotional offer. Yours, divine feminine, is telling you to take care of yourself. You are beautiful, you're desirable, you're very attractive, you have wonderful dreams, so take action on those dreams. Be charming, be friendly, do your rituals. You cannot leave your spiritual life behind just because you think you need to be logical and practical and do what people are saying. If they're not from the same bandwidth as you, if they are from a different cultural, or their lesson is completely opposite to what yours is, and if you're trying to follow their guidance, it might be completely misleading you. So you are being asked, come on, take action towards the life that you wish to lead. And you do know, both of you know intuitively, because your higher selves are guiding you. What should the focus be, or is, of the divine masculine? They are confused, they are trying to still figure things out, and that should be the first priority, is to get emotional clarity. They might be thinking they have a lot of choices or options, but they know there's only one real cup, and it is for you. Okay, their true love. So what they need to focus on is to get rid of this clutter and get their focus here, and they need to come into balance, their mind and heart, their masculine and feminine energies within them. They need to meditate so that they can listen to the higher self and not be into all this confusion over here. So divine feminine, the focus is about, and if you haven't yet, please watch the reading where I am talking about this vacation or this trip and it's going to change your life. That exact reading, I just saw like a quick snapshot of it play out as I pulled this card out. Yes, this was a part of that reading, but I pulled this card out several other times in many other readings. But if you haven't watched that reading, there is a trip to a hill station, or where there is this river and trees, like a campsite or something, and it will be very unexpected, it will be very spontaneous, like somebody will suddenly make this plan with you, or you'll get an offer, or there'll be some kind of trip that you win in something. It will be very spontaneous. Okay, but what should your focus be is on communication, or don't self-sabotage. There could be some kind of love offer that's come your way. Also, if you have lied, if you have cheated, if you have betrayed someone, you need to apologize, you need to work on gaining your forgiveness, and don't be too literal about it. Okay, don't be like, no, I didn't lie to my divine masculine. I'm not talking about your divine masculine. If there has been something where you were wearing a mask or you misrepresented something, you need to apologize over there. That's where your focus needs to be at this time. It could be very well your own self forgiveness and forgiveness. Remember that reading as well. If you haven't yet watched, please watch. Okay, so now I need another deck as well, because we're going to be checking the shadow aspects. So for the divine masculine, oh my god, the wounding, the heartbreak, they're afraid to move forward, because this has come previously also, that whatever they choose, someone is going to get hurt. If they're with the karmic and they choose you, the karmic will get hurt. If they choose the karmic, or when they did in the past, they hurt you, and they somehow are so conflicted, and they themselves got their heart broken, and that has caused this whole, oh my god, so much pain. And their shadow aspect is like, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to move on type of energy. So divine feminine, your shadow aspect is something has ended, some cycles have ended. You could have been this person who was lying, because it has come in your pile, where you're not being a true self, or you carry envy and jealousy and negative emotions, be it towards this person karmic or people around you, or you blame, or you have anger. It could be whoever in your life, but you're not getting your fresh new beginning, because you're not closing out a certain chapter, a certain old pattern. Now you just have got to, and it is because of people around you, pride, false ego, wanting victory at whatever cost, not caring. Those are not divine feminine energies. If you're still feeling all of that, great, you're a human, but you really have to try and get out of those ego based emotions. When I say ego, people think immediately about arrogance. If I wanted to talk about arrogance, I would have used the word arrogance. If you don't yet know what all comes under ego, or your shadow aspect, please do your research, go Google. You have to master it. You have to come into your divine feminine energies. You are equally clouded and in your brain as this masculine is. So here are 3 cards for the divine masculine from the shadow deck. So there is a lot of superficiality. They are still unavailable. because there is embarrassment. They don't want to be the one to first one to apologize. It's like, oh my god, I have to eat the humble pie, and then I'll have to admit that this person was right after all, or what have you. Or they don't want to speak their truth to the karmic because they'll be embarrassed, they'll be in the wrong. And I know of a lot of divine masculines, they have taken a lot of pride and joy in the fact, the ego really expands, that they have been in the right or whatever. So the divine feminine at this time, your shadow aspect, your fears, or your whatever your shadow aspect is misguiding you. Okay, you have become extremely guarded, and you're filled with doubts and fears. So these are some things that you need to work on at this time. Okay, then comes action. What action might the divine masculine be taking towards you at this time? Is they are trying to get out of a very stormy relationship or situation, a very toxic storm kind of a environment, and they're trying to choose peace. They're trying to come towards you with communication. So I do expect, be it to restore peace with you, be it that they want to tell you about something that they were going through, there is going to be communication. That's the action the divine masculine will be taking. Divine feminine's action, okay, there is going to, one second, I need the second one. Right, you are at this time, your action is manifest a clear, loving communication with your person. You might want to close out a chapter with them, you might want to have some sort of resolution, not necessarily reconciliation, whatever it is. Your action is going to be about manifesting, about coming into your balance, about somehow transforming certain things. You really have to focus on that at this time. So advice, I need the other deck for that, one second. This is a reading I've been wanting to do, and I don't do it too often because between twin flames, you can watch a reading every day. You will not gain any new lessons or any whatever, because it takes a long time for energies first to come in as downloads, to be integrated. Then there's a cycle of purging, lessons are brought in, you are tested, you have to imbibe all the lessons, and then there's a lot of work before anything new will come in or a new cycle will start. And everyone just keeps looking towards what's coming, and they forget that what they have to focus on is on their inner work, their shadow work, manifestation, gaining their spiritual gifts, working with their manifestation skills, healing skills, whatever. You're here, everyone has some specific skill. If you are not yet mastering it, maybe it is not for you. For example, if you are not intuitive, well, then maybe tarot reading is not your thing. If you are not meant to be a healer and you're trying to do something in the space of hospice or taking care or nurturing, it might not be succeeding because that's not what you're supposed to do. So, well, you've got to pay attention and now start really clean up your act. Get out of what I'm seeing here, jealous, envy, ego, all of that, right? So let's take the advice from the universe. For the divine masculine is to go within, and gain mastery. Hermit is always about seeing the light, that you have the light within you. There is wisdom to come and it is within you, and for that you need to isolate yourself, go for a trek, go for a long bike ride, go camp, but alone, not even with a friend, to get rid of all these anxieties and these worries that have been taking over, causing sleepless nights and nightmares. To get free from whatever has been keeping you stuck, you need to do this isolation. The thing that you think is a lie or it is forbidden is actually your true love. It is your eternal love. You are misjudging. You're thinking your karmic is your eternal and your divine partner is your karmic. You have misunderstood. Your relationship, your connection is definitely protected, but you need to complete your old cycles and your, 1 minute, please, people. So you, divine masculine, have to bring an end and completion to old cycles, old way of being, and change your perspective on certain situations. They are things that are written in the destiny, but also, what we do, our karma, the webs we weave for others, that's where we get trapped. That's what keeps us stuck. So do check what you have been doing. It's definitely a clear message. You need to complete a cycle is complete. Completion of a cycle is near. Profound lessons are at hand for the divine masculines. Past karma could be coming back at you as well. So divine feminine, what is the advice for you is take the leap of faith. Your fresh new beginning is here. Trust it. Do not stay stuck in your mind. Again, mirroring from the divine masculine. There is someone who, okay, a whole bunch of divine feminines have thought that they are actually with their twin flame, whereas it was the karmic. So I'm going to make a tiny video, like a 1 minute one or something, but I have to say it now as well. But I want that to reach a lot of people. If it was an arranged marriage, if you've been married and then after your separation, your split, your divorce, or whatever, is when you have started considering that person your twin flame. If it is one-sided, if it was not reciprocated, be it a crush, infatuation, childhood, whatever, if that person doesn't even know you exist, or you've never spoken to them, you've never expressed your feeling, they have never come towards you, these kind of relationships are not twin flames. Just because the sex is passionate or it was the best sex of your life does not make them your twin flame. If you are wanting to judge based on an intimacy, the difference between is, with a karmic there is a lot of attraction, yes, there is a lot of passion probably, but it is only from the genitals. It's just the eyes that find each other attractive. With the twin flame, when you have any form of intimacy, your chakras, all of them start lighting up. It is an experience I cannot put into words, but literally like flowers, you will feel your chakras opening up. You will probably experience shivering and trembling, which is not based on cold. It will feel more like vibrations happening in every molecule in your body. You will not feel like two people, not because of the lust or passion or the whatever. It is very calm. It will calm you down. It sometimes, without any stimulants, medicine or anything, it can sometimes last for hours. There is a very distinct different kind of intimacy. So maybe the person you've been considering your twin flame is not your twin flame at all, and now you are being led to someone. Or if your twin flame has just refused to wake up or do their work, there is definitely a whole wave of people who are being led to their soulmate, to their past life, someone from their past life. This is not going to be someone it's going to feel very new, very different, everything. There's going to be no repetition of your old cycles or old lessons if that's what you have already achieved. Your lessons, mastery, whatever, if you've let the old cycles go, it will be a completely new experience. So at this time, you know what is coming for you, or your advice is to refine, invest in what makes you enthusiastic, fills you with excitement and warmth. Your creative juices, allow them to flow. Your passion, cosmic plan, right? There is something that is happening exactly as it was supposed to. There is going to be a lot of sacral and root. Oh my god, there's, if you haven't seen the Pisces season reading, please do, because this is, I've talked a lot about this. But there's passion and courage, and you will be angry also for some of you. But the advice is to come into a balance. Use that energy to create, to give it a creative outlet. And you're being supported by the spiritual realm. 777 might be a number you see again and again. Rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. For those of you who are looking at this as your inner divine masculine energy, and this is your divine feminine energy, the messages, the lessons, the shadow aspects still remain the same. Okay, don't try to force divine feminines. Your advice is, you might be trying to force, you might be using, for example, manifestation as a way to make things happen, or constantly trying to force the will of someone through telepathy, or emotional blackmail, or like over there we saw through harsh words or whatever. You need to let go. This is just going to damage things, it's going to cause delays. Just walk away. 222, if you've seen this and it's come out for our 222 reading, oh my god, it's about partnerships and balance. Of course it is. Pay attention to the new people entering your life. Take time to balance your time and energy in existing ones. Look, even the colors, the clouds are like the same. This is definitely, I'm keeping these two cards aside because I want to take a screenshot. Okay, so what else for the divine feminine? Gray. If you are feeling depressed, detached, or unemotional, you need to go towards creating your own happiness. Pursue that which you're enthusiastic about. Share your love and warmth. Heart chakra of the divine feminines really need to be cleansed. Songs might be bringing you messages or information at this time, and you might be seeing 444. Your hard work and determination is creating blessed foundations for the future, and especially when it comes to your career. Okay, one last one for the divine feminine. 888. Wow, new opportunities and abundance are coming very soon. Oh my god. So divine feminines, do you know what I just noticed? Of course that you did get much more number synchronicities, but we also do pay more attention. We have got first 222, and then 444, and then 888. Things are doubling, they are moving so quickly. There is a expansion happening. Divine feminines, please do not waste these wonderful supportive energies of the Pisces season. It is going to be extremely important, and you need to really work on healing your heart, making it more open. Oh my god, the spirits world is so supporting you. It's bringing you miracles, it's bringing you magic, serendipitous events. There's divine intervention happening. You need to be more loving and pour your heart into things that you love and that which makes you happy. Okay, so if someone is helping me with the time stamping, then we are now going to be getting into singles those in separation, those in triangle, quadrangle, and solitary uh, relationships. Sorry. I'm just separating the deck because I will need a whole bunch of these for my next set of readings. Okay, so let's start with the singles. Single twin flames, or those walking the path. Okay, how do I differentiate between singles and solitaries? Is singles are not in any relationship, they have not been married, they are looking for new love. And versus solitary is someone who has mutually decided with their twin flame that it's better for them, for their life mission, for them to go separate ways. Those it is, they might have been married, but they are now choosing to stay single now, and they're not looking for love. Okay, so the last one is going to be solitary, and we are starting with singles. I hope that is kind of clear. Okay, they want me to cut the deck. Okay, only in two. Messages coming towards you. There can be someone who is a young man to around the age of 25 to 28 coming towards you. They can be more than one person headed towards you. One who is very slow, steady, very careful, who doesn't want to f this up, and the other one could be someone who's not very emotionally expressive, but they do have a lot of passion and feelings for you. This is an opportunity for you to get your fresh start, your fresh new beginning. You need at this time to stay balanced, and not get all up in your head, all up in your emotions. Stay balanced, stay persistent, stay patient. Yeah, you are waiting to see results of something that you might have invested in. You're taking a decision, but you are kind of nearly there. The fruits are going to be coming in. There's still a little bit of waiting. What you need to do, there could be an apology coming from someone who's hurt you. You really need to clear out your energies from any past heartbreaks, fears, because you will again attract the same, even if it's not supposed to be in your new timeline. If you don't clear your past doubts, fears, etc., you can attract it back. Take your leap of faith, because you are being brought recognition, success at this time. For some of you, this could be the person who's coming towards you, and you're like, and you accept, like if you see, when you see this person coming towards you, and you now ignore the rod, and you're like offering your hand and like, I'm here. Okay, so oh dear. So with the temperance is, be patient, because when you're working on the foundation of something, even if it had gone stagnant or something, when you're trying to build a cathedral, for example, and if you're someone who's into architecture or medieval art and those kind of things, there's a wonderful series on Netflix called the Medici. And okay, so if you're building a cathedral, it takes a lot of time, effort, it needs teamwork, and it needs a lot of money. It is not something that you start and finish in 2 days. Or if you're trying to make the roof of the Sistine Chapel, well, it's going to take you years, and there will be times when the work will halt. Something might have halted, and that's why you need to master patience. that does not mean you quit. You have to continue going, right? Right. So someone here is trying to be very logical, and there could be some important news coming in. Someone who could have treated you very harshly, could be very judgmental. They could have cut you out or ghosted you. That could be okay. So someone became all conflicted and confused, and now there's going to be healing. There is going to be some kind of I just have been getting this again and again, that there will be a message coming in. Okay, you are being advised to keep healing yourself, continue manifesting. You have all the tools and resources within yourself, so just keep doing your work. There is going to be a lot of divine inspiration. There can be someone, for some of you, um I'm sorry. Message I'm hearing is so bizarre. It's like waiting for a D, not a ship. Some of you do want a ship, a relationship, but you're so focused on manifesting a phallic symbol. Okay. Okay, so that is for the singles. So we need some signs and synchronicities for our singles as well. Divine Spirit, for my singles, please. Oh, so what else is the message I'm seeing? Did I miss anything? You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, an Aries, a Gemini, an Aquarius, all the various air signs. A Leo for some of you. So what else is there? Something I'm missing? You stopped investing in a person who ghosted you, who was treating you extremely coldly. They're going to come to you with an apology for hurting you so bad, and you're conflicted whether to take a leap of faith with that person or not. But there are going to be multiple people giving you recognition and want to be with you, so you will have to trust the divine guidance. Allow the stars to align for you. Continue to stay patient, continue to work on things like your finances, your legacy, on yourself, your inner work, and continue to manifest. Okay, thus far that is what your messages are. Divine signs and synchronicities for my singles. Oops, and they're telling me to take them all. Someone could be a writer. You are being asked to take literally pen and paper and start writing your ideas, your journaling, what you're trying to manifest. You need to write it down. There might be memories. Like I said, this person from your past might suddenly rush in towards you to apologize and blah blah blah. But also, I'm being asked to tell you to work with aromas, scented candles or incense sticks or dhupatti, whatever. And as well as, if you get the perfume suddenly, which I have definitely been getting, of my very old, very dear soulmate of mine, and you might get perfumes or aromas which reminds you of past people, places, events that have taken place. There is sweetness coming towards you. Claim it. And you're being told that you are protected. This is a safe passage, so don't be scared. Take that leap of faith towards that which makes you happy. Your confidence is going to increase. You're going to receive success, happiness, and optimism. So stay positive. And here come the eggs again. Your eggs are about to hatch, because I just now got an image of a lamp. When people are in cities or whatever and they want to hatch little chicks chicks to come out, they have that, what is that, thermal lamp thingy. I just saw the image of that. Oh my god, I'm having a flashback of a reading maybe a year back, that you we're going to receive this love around Easter, and they're saying this Easter, this year. Wow. Okay, thank you, Spirit. That's a very specific and a gorgeous message. Okay, now next timestamp is for I am terrified. It's already 54 minutes. So what do? I think, and there are 4 readings. It is going to take me a long time to load, so I'm going to do those 4 later as a separate video, and maybe write part 2 over there. I don't know, maybe it's good it's happening this way, then singles can get yet another reading. What do you say? Okay, I know Ravisha will be saying yes, yes, yes. And so I leave you all with so much love, light, and blessings. I'm sorry, but my eyes, had it not gone to the clock, I would have continued, but it did. So please, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Red Cord Tarot, don't forget to leave me a like and a comment and claim this reading and tell me how you're doing with your shadow work. Love and light. This is Nikita.